Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. So, this is going to be a spoiler review, because I don't know that I'd have much useful to say about it, spoiler-free, since there's so many people that can comment on Episode 8. So I'm just going to give you my opinions about various things about it. I do have more to say about this one than I did about Episode 7, but links in the review or description for my review of Episode 7. Anywho, this movie stars Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, not Harrison Ford, he did, spoilers for that movie, Carrie Fisher, and Oscar Isaac, who is amazing, and John Boyega, whoever plays Chewie. So, yeah. Anywho, so diving into this movie, I'm just going to assume you've seen it already, that they're running from the First Order. There's only a few of them. They're tracking them, and then Finn and random other person go off to the thing, come back, still can't do it. They try and escape, they don't, and then she does a reverse lightning thing and takes out the ship. So that's it in a terrible nutshell. Describe movies badly. There you go. So, getting into the things that I do and don't like about this movie. To start off with, they start off by showing a binary beacon of how are you keeping track and how will Daisy Ridley know to come find you? Oh, I have a binary beacon. And then, seconds later, they're like, oh my god, how is the First Order tracking us? It's impossible. There's no way for them to track people through hyperspace, except for the thing we just showed you. And, oh, by the way, all of the other times that tracking things followed people through hyperspace in episodes, maybe 1, as well as 2, 3, I think 4, probably 5 and 6 for all I remember, but every other fucking episode, they've been able to follow through hyperspace, and just now, in Episode 8, they're suddenly like, oh, how are they doing this? It's impossible. Bitch, please, were you there for the rest of your universe? No, it's not impossible. And on top of that, even if it hadn't been possible all the other fucking times in the canon universe, yeah, you just showed a binary beacon. You think that the First Order has absolutely 0 spies in your entire organization? You think that nobody that ever worked on the ship could have boop, popped a little binary beacon in there too? On one of your ships? Or on one of the crew that you have? On top of just the various ways that they installed it on the Millennium Falcon somewhere as well. They did that in other episodes. They could have done that with your ships too? Think about this. Your utter disbelief in them following you is just asinine. It's stupid, it's asinine, and it's the most half-assed way to get them in a long, slow chase sequence for the whole movie. It's stupid. Speaking of stupid, Canto Bight, or Blight, or whatever the fuck it's pronounced, is stupid. The milk scene is stupid. The stutter guy having a stutter that sounds fake is stupid. Having Snoke dispatched so easily is stupid. There's a lot of stupid things in this movie. The milk scene was entirely pointless. It was people nobody wanted to know how blue milk was made. And you just, let's have a semi-gross scene so that people can be like, ew, that's kind of gross. And other people can just be like, oh, it's just milk. Ugh. Whatever. Stupid. Also, just this random fugly Asian chick somehow loves Finn in this movie. I felt no connection to her character. You have an entire, I don't know, fucking hemisphere of the world of hot Asian chicks to choose from, and you choose her? Her? Come on, you can't tell me that there was not any sort of remotely attractive Asian chick that also could act that you could have chosen instead of whoever the fuck plays Rose? Fuck off. There was no chemistry between her and Finn. None. So, yeah. Also, and you will hear me say this for probably every review, but fuck C-3PO forever and always. I hate him, and every second he is on screen, he is the worst. The worst. I hate him so much. So, also, Rey and Adam Driver fought over Luke's lightsaber. Like, they were both pulling at his lightsaber, and then they both pulled it apart in half. So they fought over it, it got ripped in half, and then somehow she has it later on in the next one? Like, did you just forget you filmed it getting ripped in half along with a bunch of other things? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Also, so the whole Canto Blight situation and, like, Poe and whatever else, like, all their disagreements, and then, like, really the Resistance being found out because Poe sent them to go get this thing. They found the bad prisoner guy who had the stutter. They brought him. He betrayed them and then let them know, like, hey, I know their secret plan to escape you guys. It's because they're doing a cloaky type thing. So their whole fucking plan, which was, and I'm going to get into how stupid it is, but their whole fucking thing was rendered pointless and, like, revealed them because bitch didn't want to tell them her plan. So Captain, or General, Admiral, whatever fucking rank was, Holdo, so purple neckerchief chick, or turtleneck, was just like, no, I'm not going to tell any of you the plan. Like, it seemed like basically no one knew her plan other than Leia, who was, you know, in the hospital in a coma or whatever. So you have all of these people that are really nervous, don't know what's going on, think that you're just, like, sitting there and being like, let's keep going and hope we somehow outrun them, even though science says we can't. No, just keep going. Just trust me. It's fine. Just trust me. Just no. Don't ask questions. Just trust me. No, you stupid bitch. Just fucking tell them the plan. Tell them the fucking plan is like, hey, we're going to get on transports because they're not searching for the frequency that our ships, our little tiny ships operate on. And there's a special, like, there's a secret base that we're hoping to get to before all of our fuel runs out. So we just need to get a little closer. So just bear with me, hang on to it. We will make it. And I get that maybe if you're like, hey, wait, didn't you just say that somebody could have been having a beacon and been a traitor? Sure. But A, you could cut off all communication, or B, you could, at least tell your senior staff, including Poe, who was or is your highest ranking flyboy pilot person, like, you need to tell your key staff what your plan is if you want them to carry it out. Otherwise you get shit like this where hundreds of other people died because of your dumbass. So fuck you. And no, your, like, star reverse thrusting does not make up for your utter stupidity. Also, them giving him a ship and case of things, like the guy who betrayed them after Canto Blight, the stutter guy. So the stutter guy betrayed them after they got found out and was like, so that's the things changed. Like, it doesn't make any sense for the First Order or anybody to be like, hey, so you snuck on, you cracked our codes, you impersonated an officer, and you were definitely going to take out our whole ship if you could have, but since we caught you, now you're telling us the thing that we could have figured out if we had had any speck of competency, and because you tell us that, we're going to load you up with a crate of something valuable and send you off on your merry way on the ship. Nope, not buying that for a second. Does not sound at all remotely believable. No thank you. Don't believe it. Much like most of the rest of the things that happen in this movie. So, also, sorry, getting back to Holdo for a second. Holdo, like, hates Finn and completely disrespects him throughout any time she's in the room with him. But as soon as Leia wakes up, Holdo's like, oh, I like him. Bitch, you don't like him! You hate his ass! You're just sucking up to Leia because she didn't die! Yeah, sure, person who played Leia died, Carrie Fisher, may she rest in peace, but no, no, you're full of shit. Also, I hate this movie so much, because this whole thing is like the Resistance is trying to run from the First Order, and they, at some point in the movie, say there's only 400 of them. And I want to say that is before they get in their little transport ships. So you're supposed to tell me that an entire galaxy of people is somehow going to be saved by 400 rebels. 400. 400 rebels. There are the Empire made up thousands of star systems across however many worlds, and I think multiple galaxies, if I remember correctly. I might not, but I don't care. Point is that 400 rebels in just a country is not enough to overthrow it. So you're full of shit, and it's terrible that you're like, yes, this is the resistance. Not just like you could have just been like, oh, this is a pocket of the resistance, or this is just where we happen to have our senior staff at a senior meeting, so like, this is the leadership of the resistance. No. You're telling us this is the whole resistance is 400 people? Go fuck yourself. And lastly, once again, they have a missed opportunity for Finn Poe thing. Should have done it. They were clearly steering away from it, clearly because they wanted the money from China, so they couldn't have that be a primary relationship. So, this movie is terrible, which I'm sure you've never heard from anyone reviewing this Star Wars movie ever. But, there you go. Those are the things that really stood out to me about why I didn't like this movie. What's your least favorite thing about this movie? Or are you one of the, 4 people in the world who liked this movie a lot? Let me know why. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Bye.